and who had come to Madurai probably to see if there's any opportunity to understand how Bank of Madurai works. And he was asked to escort, as an employee of Bank of Madurai, he was asked to escort TFI around. And there was some draft of a note which had to be prepared. He had prepared it, but he had to come with a sense of caution and fear inside him to consult and take inputs into that little note from Sri late Karmuttu Tyagarajan himself. He was, in a way, a bit hesitant as a young man who's just finished his college working in Bank of Madurai, but what would it be? That experience which he says will be very useful for all of us to pay homage to such a great man. So he was called into probably his library where he was seated, and he would go in and show him the draft note, and he saw it and then said, but this line should have been written in a different way or something of that kind, and said, I'll tell you why, and said, just go onto the third shelf in that row, from top the fourth whatever shelf, pick up the seventh book or something of that kind, to that specific extent. And he went, picked up, being sure of the number of shelves, he counted number of, and picked up that book and came and gave the book, and he said, yes, now open up page 32, something like that, page 27. And he said, read the third paragraph. And he read. It was appropriately that paragraph. If he had known earlier, read earlier, he would have drafted it better. And he said, I was shocked to know the memory, the knowledge, and even the sequence with which the books were arranged in his library. And he was able to confidently say, get that book, read that paragraph from that page. And he said it was one amazing experience for a young man like this. This observation about Sri late Karmuttu Tyagarajan, the founder of this institution, the man who dreamt about creating somewhat the aesthetics of Cambridge in Madurai, and who's created it. And he was so selfless not to take that palace of Ramnath Raja, but he thought he should be given to the college. And that wealth of knowledge that he had, that he could do this with confidence, without making the young man feel nervous. Of course, he did feel nervous, but he got the book and was astounded at this personality. So his love for education, his desire to provide quality education, was all so much in every one of the cells of his body. Otherwise, it wouldn't have been possible to have an experience of that kind with that great individual who's the founder of this institution. Without taking more of your time, I'm indeed honored and have a little personal, as I narrated, that little episode which has lived with me for a very long time. And I take this opportunity to narrate it before you about your founder institution. It's like in Telugu, they have a little proverb which would say, many of you all do probably understand, Puttintiki velli mama katha cheppava. You go to your birth, house of your birth, பிறந்த வீட்டுக்கு போய் உன் மாமன் தாய் மாமனின் கதையை சொன்னையா அப்படின்னு கேட்பாங்க. அந்த மாதிரி தியாகராஜர் காலேஜில் வந்து ஸ்ரீ லேட் கர்மூத்து தியாகராஜன்ஜியை பற்றி நான் சொன்னேன்னா அது கொஞ்சம் சரியாக இருக்காது. ஆனால் அந்த எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் அப்பேற்பட்டது. அது எனக்கு அவர் சொல்லி எங்கள் தாய்மாமன் சொல்லி எனக்கு அபவுட் திஸ் கிரேட் ஃபவுண்டர் ஆஃப் திஸ் கிரேட் இன்ஸ்டிடியூஷன் மனசில் எப்போதும் இருந்திருக்கு. அதை இன்றைக்கி சொல்கிறதுக்கான ஒரு வாய்ப்பும் கிடச்சது. அதுக்கு மிக்க நன்றி. இந்த இன்ஸ்டிடியூஷன் இன்னும் பல 75 ஆண்டுகளை கொண்டாடணும்னு இறைவனை வாழ்த்து பிரார்த்திச்சு எங்கள் நன்றி சொல்கிறேன். தேங்க்யூ.
Thank you, madam, for your powerful words of wisdom. Success isn't only wealth and status. It is also impact and charisma.